Highly Black and Flavored is brought to you by Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me take a second to explain. It's absolutely free, and there's plenty of creation tools that you can use to record and edit your podcast right from your own phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so you can have it heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more other platforms. You can make money from your podcast with very minimal listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Once again, download the Anchor app for free or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hey yo, Jaquise, drop the beat, bro.
KODB Productions.
Look, you know what makes sense though? That nigga Drake and Kanye cool now.
They gonna be cool now.
Yo, they
They
posted.
gonna be cool now.
Look, they posted videos together and everything, and the party drunk. Yeah.
I get on my goddamn.
Yeah, this nigga Drake said 750. Yo, yeah. You know you're my boy. you know it's all love every time, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just don't know what to say to this motherfucker at all. And then you gonna post a fucking text message from Soulja Boy saying, I should have talked with you and should have told you about your verse. And Soulja like, oh, that's all I wanted to hear.
Yeah, that's that. No, fuck that. I'm like, yo, no.
Well, his
fuck
verse
you,
was
bro.
trash though.
It was dookie. It was dookie. Nah, no cap. I've actually been taken off of things. No cap. And that shit sucks because it's unexpected and people don't really, and people, well, like at least like in the amateur world, people don't know how to like correctly like go about it. They kind of just like, not necessarily on purpose they're rude about it, but you know what I mean? It's like rude. It comes off rude.
Now let me ask you something, Chris.
Yeah.
Have you ever been taken off of something where you were clearly the better artist?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Easy.
some fuck shit.
Easy.
I've been told that happens, but I didn't know how much
There's
validity.
There's a song coming out by this artist, Mikey Shyla. There was like a little contest that she did, and it was like submit a verse, whatever. Yeah. So it was like whoever like has the best verse wins, and then it turned into voting, and then my shit was good on voting too, and she literally still picked like 3 or 4 other people to hop on a verse as well as me on a song instead of just picking one of us. And my verse is cool. It's beyond better than all of theirs.
Like you not straight up smoked them?
Not even on some like there was like one or 2 people I was like, oh yeah, you know? Yeah. But they're like no.
Like not even close.
No, not even close. Besides 1 or 2 people. Everyone else, no. 1 or 2 people, like I was like, okay, cool. And then like
now
she put some of the people, like one of those people that made it were one of those people that were not good to me.
So,
but like I'm still on the song. It's just like I think it would have been better if she had just picked one person, and it would sound better too because no one's gonna listen through that whole song.
Did they just place you somewhere like weird?
No, they put me at the end, and that's basically it's like my shit's last. But that's not the problem. I'm just saying like the way it all sounds and the way it's mixed up, some of those sounds are completely different sounds. So like it's weird. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't come together.
Yeah, and like it's not like you had to pay or anything, so I'm not like tripping. But like it was just like that was weird, bro. Like just put my verse on there, it was better. Like just like the song sounded like I'll send you the song. It sounded great. Like it just has me and her verse on there because you submitted it as that.
What other like really in your early, because you're still really early in your career. Mm-hmm. What other weird behaviors do you find yourself having to navigate through as a person in music?
A lot of scammers. Scammers like every day.
What's the worst? What's the worst shit?
Worst shit?
Yeah.
Nah, the worst shit is that shit's
That's
edgy.
a Patreon story.
Nah, I already told
I
that
think
story.
you might have told. Yeah, I think you might
It's
have
that
told us.
Detroit story.
Oh fuck yeah, you did.
Yeah,
That was horrible.
that was the worst. But I'd say like other than that, weirdest shit is during like the pandemic. All these big rappers were like hitting up all these independent artists, making posts like independent artists hit me up, I want to work, stuff like that, right? Like a lot of them. And they're trying to scam all these independent artists by getting them on these fucking compilation mixtapes that no one's going to listen to. But they convince the artists that people are going to listen to it because my name is attached to it. And a lot of independent artists, like even myself, because even when I think I almost fell for that scam with Redman. I went all the way through, and then like they were acting weird, and I was like, "Yo, just give me my money back," and they sent me my bread back. But it's like they get you on this compilation tape, and they kind of promote it, but not really, and then you don't get really organic traffic from it. Like you don't get like nothing happens. Like you're not blowing up.
You just give them this money, and then that's pretty much it.
Yeah, like Jadakiss was trying to charge. Well, he did charge one of my friends actually. Not my friend, one of my acquaintances. He's also a rapper. I ain't gonna say my friend because I don't know that nigga like that.
I don't know this motherfucker like that.
But he spent like $1,400 to get Jeezy to fucking was it Jeezy? Fucking Jeezy. Oh, it was Jadakiss to talk on his track, and Jadakiss was offering me the same shit, and they all
Jadakiss just to talk, and this
just to be like. This track is fire, yo. Yeah.
You always know
just like him. You sound just like him.
You always know when those are paid for. You always know. Like when Chris Rock was on all of those albums in the early 2000s,
bro,
you know
what?
they paid money for that shit.
Like
why?
Under.
I'm talking loud.
Don't get me wrong. That shit hits though. I ain't gonna cap that shit.
His shits are funny though.
But yeah, bro, like it's just a lot of weird. Like everyone's trying to scam independent artists, basically, and it's kind of sad. But you kind of just keep going. You know what I mean? Just keep pushing. Like it is what it is. Just watch out for the scams. Look for the real. Like a lot of the playlists, people are scamming, so you got to be careful because they'll like put bots on your page and shit. And you don't want that because it'll fuck up your whole algorithm.
Have you had like an Atlanta, like a really surreal kind of like Atlanta situation to where like. Or the Detroit situation.
Yeah, it was like a Detroit situation was very like
very Atlanta. An episode of Atlanta.
Like, that's the crossing roads where I was like, do I really want to do music? Because I was like done for like months. So.
Oh yeah, you for
months?
certain.
Yeah, I was. That was before. It was before I made that RTG album project, and I was like for like at least like 2 months. I was just really sad and like just I was just on myself and just not really. Believing in anything, because like it wasn't even like the money for me. It was like they really just like grabbed my dream and just like crushed it in my face. You know what I mean? So, but like eventually, like I just got out of that because like they already got my bread. Like fuck them, they're not gonna get my fucking soul and happiness too. You feel? So like it's just like I just had to get up one day and then I made I think I made RTG first, like the actual song, and then after that I was like, all right, cool. I'm about to make a project, and then like in like 2-3 weeks, me and my engineer made that project.
It was really good.
It was cool. It was. I'm not gonna say it was really good. I don't think that's not even close. That shit was. It was okay. I can do way better, and I think like I will. I like the project still, but like as far as like aging quality, I feel like in a couple years it's not listenable. So I gotta make that stuff
to redo Macaulay Culkin. So I'm waiting on that. Sitting here,
that shit is mad. Like that's
waiting
done.
on it. It's been like 4 years.
Ask me like in like another 10 years.
Boy, I'm gonna have 2 kids, a wife, and a mortgage by the time this.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Have you guys ever heard of Spotify stations?
Yeah.
So, all right, I was on my station the other day. And like they have music that I don't even have out anymore on there. Like they got like Money on My Mind and fucking that song with Jay say High Society and like just like all types of shit.
Like a lot of your real
like real early stuff. And it's like, damn.
Do you still get credited for that?
Yeah, of course. Hell yeah. I mean, but it's not like I said. It's just not. It's not out. It's just weird. Like I don't even have that shit out anywhere. Like I don't even. I have most of that stuff like even like hidden on SoundCloud. Like it's out. It's on my SoundCloud, but it's hidden. So it's like that shit's weird. But I did see some shit on there. The only thing that like killed me was I saw Voices, and I was like, I hate this song so much.
Like they know it's really good, bro, and you just down on yourself.
Nah. That song was not good.
I think Miss Calls was like the turning point where I was like, when I saw the video and everything, I'm like,
that's when I started really hustling. That's when it really started for me.
Yeah.
That's where like everything like it started clicking, and I started really going. Miss Calls is like probably for sure all time favorite.
It's probably that's probably the one.
That video, yeah, I love that video because like it was so like just basic.
It was real simple. Like the effects,
the
effects weren't even anything crazy, but it was just real simple.
Yeah, but that's what made it. That's what made it good, though.
Simple.
Yeah, I mean,
better.
And we did the same thing with Beachfront too. And like it was, I think the thing that's like with me and like we both like we're trying to do too much now. I think we could probably get back to that simple, and it'd probably work better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
I love the Heartless video, and it was still pretty simple at the time. It wasn't like the original idea that we had for it, but
it was more narrative structure into it.
And that shout out to Lee King because that's my dog. She pulled up and made that shit happen because she was like I said that wasn't the original plan. We had like another venue that fell through, and I ended up having to get like an Airbnb last minute, and then we all just kind of like we just mushed shit together from there. But she came and like gave us direction. And that shit was really good. So
that's dope.
Yeah, shout out to Lee Fan because she made that what it was.
And now a message from our sponsor.
On to our next segment. What do you think about Ben Simmons right now?
I think his team is trying their hardest to make him. It seems like they almost don't want to get rid of him because literally in the last like what
they
2 months.
They said they don't.
Yeah, in the last 2 months, there's just 2, maybe 3 months. There has been so much, and now I haven't even been actively watching as many games, but I always hear somebody with this young man's name in their mouth. They got something to say. Somebody's got something. A coach has something crazy to say. There's a headline about him not wanting to participate in certain shit, and I'm just like, okay, so does he want to go or what? Like, what are they trying to do? Are they because they could easily make a case and be like, oh yeah, he's doing all right, he's doing great, and they'll go through the season and just let his ass go. But they're stirring up all this shit between each other, and it's almost like, nobody's gonna want him at that point.
No, facts, and that's what's fucked too. They're gonna hold him for so long that nobody's gonna want him because they're gonna feel like he's disrespectful to a franchise. But even if a franchise is disrespectful to a player, then it doesn't matter. And that's how these industries work. Like these industries are dependent on, the creator, the creative, or the athletic person, and they run with that shit. Like.
For sure.
You get. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people, especially in their fields, that get paid a lot of money. But there are also a lot of people that don't get paid a lot of money, but they bring in a lot of money. Like Summer Walker just had like the #1 R&B debut since Lemonade.
But she's not.
And she's not getting any money. She's not getting.
No,
paid.
She's getting paid something crazy. Like she's getting like a few. Like
she's not
album.
she's not getting any of that because she has to pay. She owes her label like
she has to recoup.
How much was it? Was it 83,000 or 83? It was a lot of money. Like she owes the label
for production and everything.
And that's how these labels get people. And that's why a lot of these rappers are in debt and are fake rich. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people that you think are balling, or they live just like us.
What's the industry standard contract is what? It's like a 60-40 contract.
Bro,
but that was back in the day. Those contracts still exist, but there's a lot of ways to kind of work around it. But bro, as you already know, as an independent artist, it's a long, long, long road, and it's the hard road.
Nah, facts. My bad. I was lighting the wrong joint. We run that part. run that. We can run that part back. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, but
But
you
yeah,
know, just as for you,
it is a fucking it's an extremely long road.
yeah,
But
and
in the
it
long
really
run,
takes
in the long run,
it
it seems
takes
like
time to understand like the direction. You have to have your direction and where you want your career to go. You have to have all of that in place. You can't just go in and I want to do it independent, but
facts.
I don't know how I should market myself. I don't know if I should stick with this demographic or this group of people trying to put my music to who I should no, you need to have you need to be a package deal by the time you're pushing out.
Well, not necessarily. So everything about this is like it's a learning curve, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
yes, ideally you would love to be the whole package, but necessarily like you're going to go through trials and errors where, you know, like I remember the song called Everything. It's not out right now anymore. It's on YouTube, but it's not out on platforms.
I'm familiar with said work.
Right. So I felt like that song wasn't very good to me. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I needed to take that off of distribution completely. And it was a learning curve because it was one of my worst releases. Like
Wow.
I had a very bad release. That was like I literally was like I was so sad. Like that was one of my worst releases ever. And then we fast
Wow.
forward to like Heartless, and it's one of my biggest releases ever. It's not. I'm not saying it's like I'm not going viral, but it's an amazing feeling because like I'm seeing the progress. You know what I mean? Like we're making big
Look at how
steps and we're going
much
forward.
right. Look at
So
how
like
much work you put into it.
right. So you go through trials and tribulations, and you learn like how to actually like really release music. So
Yes.
like we're just like we've learned from Heartless, like okay, we need to do this and this, and then we execute on it. Like my manager Biz, she has like a list of things for me to do, and do I always do them? No, but I try to, and when I get them done, it's always great. Like if we execute on all our plans as far as like the release, it always goes very smooth. So you know what I mean? Like it's all about how you plan shit, honestly.
Hey, everybody, it's Kenny here at Highly Black and Flavored Management. Just a healthy reminder for y'all, go ahead and hit up our socials. Go ahead and hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. On both Facebook and Instagram, you can find us at Highly Black and Flavored. And on Twitter, you can find us at HBAF Network. Hit us up on our socials. Hit us up in our DMs. But let's engage. Let's engage. That's what it's all about out here. I'll catch y'all later. This podcast was made possible by Anchor, and additionally by contributions from listeners like you. Thank you.